The ability for an artist to provide for themselves through what they love to do is nothing short of like miraculous. Like it's an amazing thing, and it's given me such freedom, right, in my life, and made me so happy and fulfilled. And I want what I'm doing right now to be available to everybody.
Memphis is such a city that is based in art, whether it be music or visual arts, to where it's so ingrained in our history that it's going to be our future, and it is our future, it's our present.
The authenticity of the city itself really bleeds into the creative industry.
What I love most about the creative community in Memphis is that I find they're really supportive.
I feel like there's so many independent artists doing very different things and having really wonderful, rewarding careers.
Memphis really is ready to be on the national scene as far as being creative.
My workspace is very limited. I wish I could have a separate studio.
Being in a home studio, I have the equipment, but I don't really have a space that's conducive to classes.
I would love heating and air, and even more so than that is humidity control. When you're in a space working with wood that soaks up moisture, and then when it gets dry outside and it releases all that moisture, your straight board isn't straight anymore.
So my current workspace outside my home, I'm not supposed to get it messy, and so that kind of draws away from the process, right, where I want to like sling paint and be really free. However, at my house, when I work here, I get really messy, and it ruins my house. So I think there's a middle ground to be had in a space that's designated for artists to make work.
So what excites me about a One Roof Creative District is that you get that inspiration because you're around other people that are constantly, their brains are constantly ticking of what they can create next.
So one space, under one roof, so many new upcoming talent, and people who are already working from their home will get so much to learn from each other.
There's so many creative people in Memphis, but we're all spread out. We're all in silos. We really don't know who's out there doing what in their dining rooms.
Oftentimes woodworking, I'm in here by myself, working by myself for night after night, for hour after hour.
We are all social creatures, and it can get really depressing, to be honest.
Bringing us all together, I think, will show us really what's in Memphis.
My ideal work environment is like just a place like basically like somewhere where if I need some help, I can just go like somebody else's desk over here to go talk to a person. And like also somewhere I can like stand up and like just work and do like a big painting.
As an artist, it's exposure to the people that would come to visit and see what you're doing and perhaps get interested in supporting your art.
I work out of the Memphis Fashion Design Network, the force behind Memphis Fashion Week. Just being here has kind of catapulted me into a different level of fashion design than I ever could have been in at home. And once we're in Aero, that's going to grow even more because there's going to be all different kinds of creatives. I could find a woodworker to maybe make a block of something that I can take and dye and put on fabric. So now we've made fabric, and it's a fashion designer and a woodworker. There's all kinds of things that could happen that there's no telling what's going to come out of Aero.
Artists should be a job, you know? We just have to make it possible for it to be a job and giving people spaces to sell their work.
Aero needs funding because it has to happen.
We're the future like artists of Memphis, so we need a place where we can actually do the work for you guys.
We need the support of the city to give us that freedom to be able to create without necessarily having to worry about how it's going to happen.
The way that the Memphis scene is going now, it's fueled off of art. Basically, giving to Aero is giving to the future of Memphis.